So finally the international break is over and we have the last 8 game weeks of the Fantasy Premier League season for 2016-2017. This is the final stretch. It really counts, so let's get into business. What's up guys, and welcome to FPL Today in association with FPLUpdates.com, your place for good articles, hints and tips and so much more, including videos by myself. And before we get into the episode today, if you're new around here and you're looking for a channel to help you out through the next season, FPL 2017 and 18, make sure to hit that subscribe button and drop a like if you enjoy the content. Also, the question of the game week is, has the international break affected your side going into game week 30? Let me know in the comments down below and I'll try and get back to you on as many comments as I possibly can. Looking back at last game week, I managed to get 73 points that game week, beating the average of 47. The highest score was 127 and my total points now has gone up to 1,649. My game week rank was 351,084th and my overall rank is now at 14,935. So I'm currently beating where I was at last year. Hopefully we can break that top 10k, which is my goal right now. My JNO Classic rank, I'm currently at 25th. My subscribers obviously know what they're doing. In the FPL Updates Writers League, I am first still, so at least I'm repping myself as far as the people that say they know what they're doing. And in the FPL Updates Classic League, which is number 1 on the FPL website with a £400 cash prize for the winner, I'm 419th, so I'm not seeing that money. My mistake for the game week was I had Adam Smith on the bench because I was that sure that either Sigurdsson or Llorente or Mawson or Olsen would get some points and Bournemouth got a clean sheet. Fortunately for me, in the classic and head-to-head leagues, I mainly got green or held my position, apart from in the JNO So Many Requests head-to-head league where Brandon Peterson and his soul men had to beat me by 1 point. If we take a look at the Dream Team would have got you 123 points without a captain. And the players to look at, we have Michael Dawson coming in with a big score, and the likes of Heaton and Pickford also getting double figures thanks to their exploits in goal. 10 points was the standard for a midfielder. Not many regular mainstay FPL midfielders making the Dream Team though. And Jamie Vardy is in the Dream Team of the week again, but Lukaku takes the plaudits, which is why he is my star of the week. His price has now risen to 10.5 million. If you don't have Lukaku, what are you doing? The fixtures get a little bit more difficult for him now, but he had such a great run through the blanks that if you didn't have him, you made a big mistake. This game week, he managed to get 2 goals and an assist with 4 shots on target. Minutes per chance was at 15.8 minutes. A shot accuracy of 66.7%. Goal conversion of 33.3% and a goal involvement rate of 75%. I'll be holding him looking at those easier fixtures, and I think he's wanting to perform because he wants to move away from Everton. So to make himself look as good as possible in that transfer window, he needs to get even more goals so he can get that big money move somewhere. So now we move on to the hot list, which is my list of players that I'm keeping an eye on, and I suggest that you keep an eye on as well. I would aim to make your transfers though benefit you for the double game weeks that are incoming. We have confirmed double game weeks in game week 34 for the likes of Manchester United, Middlesbrough and Crystal Palace. And I think your best points are going to come from the likes of Manchester United and Middlesbrough. So when we look at the goalkeepers, we are starting off with a Man United goalkeeper with David De Gea. Second is Victor Valdez, and then we have Eldin Jakupovic as the number 3 choice. David De Gea comes in at 5.4 million. His appearances, he's had 2 appearances in the last 4 game weeks because of the blanks. Clean sheets, he hasn't got any. But goals conceded, he's only conceded 2 and has only made 2 saves. So Man United don't concede many chances. This should mean he gets a clean sheet or 2. And there is a reason why he is one of the highest ranked goalkeepers in the game. He's not getting many save points, but the clean sheets are coming in. And also he is the type of keeper that can, if necessary, get a lot of save points if they come up against the right side. Defenders, and again we're going with a Manchester United player as Antonio Valencia is my choice, a perfect replacement for those of you that have Seamus Coleman in my mind. And before we continue, Seamus Coleman, I hope you get better. I hope the injury is something you can get over and carry on your very promising career. You've been a great right back for Everton and for all of us FPL managers. Coming in second is Ryan Bertrand, and then we have Christian Fuchs coming in third. I never thought I'd be putting a Leicester player in this list, but since Ranieri has gone, under Craig Shakespeare, Leicester have looked decent. But anyway, Antonio Valencia comes in at 5.8 million. Appearances, he's had 2 because of the double game weeks. Clean sheets wise, he's got none. He's conceded 2 goals, but he has got a goal and an assist with a goal involvement rate of 50%. And the fixtures with the likes of West Brom, Everton, Sunderland, Burnley and Swansea, if we ignore the Chelsea and Man City game and maybe the Everton game, because Lukaku might score, they do have some fixtures where clean sheets look abound. Moving on to the midfielders, and we have Alexis Sanchez coming in at number 1. It's a bit of a risky choice though, because he's just been on international duty with Chile, and Wenger is the type of manager that could rest Alexis Sanchez. He did it randomly recently when no one was expecting him to. So it's a bit of a risk, but Alexis Sanchez has proven that no matter what his mood is and no matter who is playing with him, he can get points. Coming in second is Dele Alli. A bit of a risky one as well, because I feel like Dele Alli performs better when he has Harry Kane in front of him, but maybe he'll pick up the mantle and get a lot of FPL points. Then we have Gylfi Sigurdsson coming in third. I know he blanked last game week, but he has just been that consistent that at least for this game week he keeps his spot. So Alexis Sanchez comes in at 11.6 million. He does have double game weeks coming, and he's had 2 appearances, only 1 start, but he scored a goal and got an assist. His goal involvement rate while he's been on the pitch has been 100% in the last 4 game weeks. And they do have fixtures against the likes of West Ham, Crystal Palace, Middlesbrough and Leicester once they get past this Manchester City game. And finally we get onto the forwards for the hot list, and Romelu Lukaku is keeping his number 1 spot because he's just been that good and that consistent. Jamie Vardy has risen up to second in the hot list because of his sudden rise in form, and then Troy Deeney is a bit of a cheeky differential for those of you coming into the hot list off of some decent form as well. But Romelu Lukaku comes in at 10.5 million. His price has soared because of his consistent goals scored. Goals in the last 4 game weeks is 5, with 17 attempts on goal, 10 of which have been on target. His shot accuracy is at 58.3% with a goal conversion of 29.4. His minutes per chance is a chance every 22.3 minutes. His goal involvement is at 63.6%. And once they're past the Liverpool and Man United games, they have Leicester, Burnley, West Ham, and then unfortunately Chelsea. Maybe if you have the transfers spare, you could transfer him out now and transfer him back in for the Leicester, Burnley and West Ham game, but that is completely up to you. I do believe Lukaku is the type of player that can grab goals against the likes of Liverpool, Man United and Chelsea. So that wraps up the hot list. If there's anyone you think I should be considering and that everyone else should be considering, share the love and let everyone know in the comments down below. So now we finally look towards game week 30, and the fixtures are very interesting. Some big games. Unfortunately I'm working Sunday, so I probably won't see any of the Sunday games, but I do have Saturday off, which is good. But anyway, we have Liverpool versus Everton as the early kickoff. What a way to start the weekend. Merseyside derbies are generally quite explosive, but very hard to predict. There could be points here, but I just don't know where they're coming from. I wouldn't bring in any Everton or Liverpool players just for this fixture if I was you. But if you have them, I would hold them because they could become big scorers in this game week. We then have Burnley versus Spurs, and this is here because Burnley are very good at home, not conceding many chances. Spurs are good on the attack, but they are missing Harry Kane. Will a Spurs player make himself known as the go-to choice in that Spurs team? Or will the likes of Tom Heaton and Michael Keane perform heroics again for Burnley? We then have Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, and Chelsea players are slowly becoming less and less important at the end of this season. If you remember the season they last won the league about 2 years ago, this kind of happened last time as well, where the Chelsea players kind of dropped off in their points that they were getting. I'm not saying they're going to start losing, What I'm saying is there's no one getting big points in that Chelsea side. The defence is starting to concede, so they're not getting those guaranteed clean sheets, and the attacking points are shared out amongst the players. So I'm not sure who to go for from this Chelsea side. Hopefully this game will answer some of those questions. Then we have Leicester versus Stoke, and Leicester have finally become an option again in FPL since Ranieri's got sacked. Vardy seems like the best option out of them all, but Mahrez has also made himself known to us FPL managers. But Stoke could potentially ruin that party. Stoke are no pushover, but Leicester are very good at beating Stoke. We then have the Manchester United versus West Brom game, and with Manchester United having a confirmed double game week, now is the time to transfer in some of those players. Like I said in the hot list, Antonio and De Gea, maybe Phil Jones as well are the ones I'll be looking at. I'm not sure where the points are going to come from as far as attacking points until Ibrahimovic is back, but he will be back in time for those double game weeks. Just don't transfer him. And as for the West Brom defenders, you know they're always capable of scoring some points, which makes them big point scorers if they do also keep clean sheets. So the likes of Craig Dawson and Gareth McCauley are always potentially going to get you a lot of points. We then have Swansea versus Middlesbrough, and with Swansea failing to score against Bournemouth and Middlesbrough not being slouches defensively, and also having a double game week, maybe this is the time to bring in a Middlesbrough cheap defender so you have a double game week player. However, one game doesn't make a player. Sigurdsson has been on form, Llorente has been scoring goals. It may continue in this one. And then we end with Arsenal versus Manchester City. Alexis Sanchez seems to perform no matter what the scenario is around him, but he could be rested by Wenger. He has had issues with them at the moment, so despite the fact he is often a big game player, will he turn up for this one? Also, Aguero is creeping back into our thoughts as FPL managers. He's not been explosive yet, but it could be just around the corner, and those that have kept faith may be rewarded by Aguero, with Sane and Sterling also being in FPL managers' minds. And now we move to the captain poll, and as of the time of recording this, Diego Costa is top of the captain poll for his game against Crystal Palace. Jamie Vardy comes in second for his game against Stoke, with Lukaku coming in third for his game against Liverpool. Lukaku making it, I believe, because of his goal scoring record recently, because that fixture doesn't jump out as a preferable fixture for a captain. My captain choice, if I was going to go and pick one right now, would probably be Jamie Vardy. He seemed on form for the last 4 game weeks. His stats including 3 goals, 55.6% goal involvement ratio, attempts he's had 6 on goal with 4 on target, which gives him a shot accuracy of 66.7% and a goal conversion of 50%. He's also got 2 assists from 5 chances created. And my differential of the week, and I'm going with Troy Deeney coming in at 6.9 million. He's only owned by 6.8% of players, and in the last 4 game weeks he's got 2 goals with a 50% goal involvement rate. Attempts he's had 4, 2 of which have been on target, giving him a shot accuracy and goal conversion of 50%. And the red herring to finish off this episode, and we're looking at the players coming back from international break. You don't know who's picked up knocks, you don't know who's going to be rested, and big squads can of course rotate, so it can be very tricky to actually navigate these game weeks after international breaks. Anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in as always to FPL Today here on JNO United. If you're new to the channel and you want more FPL advice from me for this and next season, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to drop a thumbs up on the video as well, and leave any comments and questions you have in the comment section down below. Also, you can check out my Patreon page where you can support the channel with monthly donations. There is no exclusive content over there, but go check it out if you want to support the channel. I've been JNO, you guys have been awesome, and remember, it's all about the game.